Hey everybody, Frankie Day here for Frankie Day Models. Okay, this is video 5 for my summer build of the Billings Lightship ELBE-1. Okay, lots been going on since the last video, number 4. I finally got the both sides of the hulls pretty all sanded down quite well, and I'll be fiberglassing that pretty soon. But right now I'm kind of really digging the work on the deck fittings, and also the build up of the boat deck and the model itself in general. I had the rail on top of the bulwarks, the gunnel wells, cap rail that is. I went down to my storage and brought out a good old box of clevises. They work on your servos and your rudder post, and so I went down there and brought those out. I'm gonna hook up my rudder to my servo. I get that done, and I'm also probably installing the motor pretty soon. But that's going to be not too soon. Right now, I'm kind of tweeting up the superstructure assemblies. Well, I've got a lot of fittings to put on this thing, and it should come on quite nicely. I see the hardest part of the whole ship is virtually finished. The hull's all planked, all sprayed with fiberglass and resin. I've got to start doing some more chamfering on the fantail section of the ship. I'll show it to you as we get, let's bring a model up to you right here. It's nighttime right now. What time is it? Oh, it's about 10:35. Between working and working on this, I'm pretty busy. And I'll bring it over here a little bit to show you. You can see the fittings got on there top of the deck. I got all the boats on there. I got the funnels on there. I got the boat winches. They've been installed. The skylights are on there and everything. And inside these window frames in here, as I looked in the kit, they got inserts that fit inside these. It gives them a rounder effect. So I'm going to paint those white first before I put them in there in place. Back here, I started to damn. So that big, my hand hits every time I move it. I gotta cut more in here, chamfer more in this. You can see how I got the veil on top of here. So I gotta bevel more of this. I already got a line. See a line right across here? I ticked off with a pencil. I gotta take that much more off so it'll be flush. Then I had a little filler around there so it'll stand smooth. And I don't think I had to worry about fiberglass to come in here. This section here, this is to be filled and painted. But the hull will be fiberglass and resin. I should have did it today. It's such a beautiful day today. But I got too busy with other things. That was the port side I showed you. No. Yeah. Here's the starboard side. On top up here, I'm going to paint red oxide. I got to add the fittings first, except the breakwater. The breakwater goes right across here. Goes right across here and back down. And I did that last, but This got to be treated real first, primed and painted red oxide before I paint the red on the hull. It's going on quite nicely. I'm really enjoying this. Like I said, the hard part of the whole ship itself is virtually finished. And so I'll be on that for a while. If you have video 6 coming up, I'll probably have that, I think, by this Friday. I'll have another video on this by Friday. So pretty much of the superstructure, everything will be done by then. Then you got your overhang deck supports. They come on top of your, they call them the structural rails. They fit underneath your deck and they come down. I'm going to do that last. That's the last thing I'm going to do. When this is all done. I have those. The next after that, I'll be working on the tedious mast. Be working on the mast. And also be working on the lighthouse itself. And I went down to Harbor Freight and bought me a drill press. Comes out straight. I think I paid about $700 for that damn thing. Very good too, works very well. So I'm going to chuck up my doweling like that and bring my drill press down. I'll drill a hole all the way through my doweling. I can feed my wiring through there and I'll just light up my lamp, my lighthouse lamp. Well, I was always fascinated with light ships. I always liked something about them, because I guess because they have lights on them and things, and they have a lot of great importance. All light ships now are stricken from all registries, stricken from the Lighthouse Service of the United Kingdom, and the Coast Guard. They got rid of them all. Now they got buoy beacons now with GPS systems and everything else, and these now are either for scraps or for grabs. And you got a lot of small, well-funded organizations that, or small groups that got a lot of this, are buying these things and making schools out of them, which is a very good thing. I think it's an excellent thing. Bring back the past, how valuable these lighthouse ships were by keeping our sea lanes safe. And the men who manned these things, these poor guys were. Boy, you talk about indulgent duty, being a lighthouse sailor, you know. I guess it takes a special person for anything to achieve that type of a purpose in life, you know. Right now, if I was a lighthouse crewman, I would sign on as a cook. If I was in the Coast Guard, a commissary, instead of being a bosun's mate. I imagine the stoves in those days were all oil-fired, like ours was when I was in the Navy. They were all oil-fired furnaces. And I'll keep the grub going all day long. And you feed them good like that, it brings up the morale a lot better. Bring out a guitar, play a little jolly tune for them, you know, we get off work. Work on these light ships really ain't that much of work. It's just more or less keeping your eyes out for things. And my main purpose is to keep that lighthouse beacon, that 1500 watt prism, the lighthouse beacon going, and the foghorn going. Because every 30 seconds, then things go off. You gotta get two short blasts, like a boom, boom. Then 30 seconds later, you gotta do it again. They got a timing mechanism that works out automatically, but a case of not a national emergency, a case of emergency situation, if the mechanism went out, you got to keep on time. So I imagine what they did, they had a stopwatch right there. And the fella had that mechanism, he could give it a jab with a throttle and sound off that foghorn, you know. Every 30 seconds, two short blasts, he'd go, beep, beep. He'll back off on the throttle, he'll click his watch 30 seconds. He'll start it again for another 30 seconds. Start 30 seconds again, another couple short blasts. You talk about something being annoying, but it's got to be concise. It's got to be exact. It's got to be right on the time, right on the second. Because these things here, you're responsible for a lot of people. You're responsible for thousands upon thousands of lives on passenger ships, cruise ships, merchantmen, men of war, all these things. Your job is to keep the sea lanes safe. The only bad thing about lightships are that some didn't have self propulsion like the like my Nantucket behind them, so I'll work on another one. I got some LEDs and I'll put that thing, so I'll probably be popping that in and out with this video here too, just keep you guys going, me too. So anyway, you know, they if they really got the heavy seas out there, you snap a mooring, you snap your chain like that, you break a chain. With a light ship that has propulsion, like the ELBE-1 and my Nantucket behind me, you can steam your way out of trouble. But you get something like a Trinity and the South Goodwin Lighthouse lightships, they got to be towed out there by tug. If they ever snap a goddamn chain, oh my God, you're at the mercy of the tide, the current, and the wind. There's been cases before. This is on the level, fellas. I did research on these things. There's been cases that lightships that non-propulsional type, like a Trinity and the South Goodwin, if they ever snapped their moorings like that, they found some almost 1,000 miles off station, and they had to tow it back. And some, if there's rocky shoals out there, and a lot of breakers out there and stuff, you're done. You got the clutches of those breakers out there. You have a sandbar, you roll over. Like South Goodwin's out there in England, out there, they're really Scotland, either Scotland or England out there. I think it is the South Goodwin's. They have a lot of shipwrecks out there because that's all sand out there. And its job is, as a warning, you don't go any further than this distance here because the navigation says go this way. You don't want to go any further this way because you're going to a sandbar. A lot of during the storms end up in those sandbars. The same thing with lightships. They snap their moorings and they venture off hundreds and hundreds of miles. And some are sunk. The ones that sting themselves out of problem, they'll stay on station with the engines on and everything, and keep the engines going and everything until the weather breaks, and I go out there and rehook up the anchor chain. By 1975, most lightships were stricken from the registry. By 1985, Nantucket and all East Coast lightships were taken off station and replaced with those buoy beacons I was talking about, which worked very, very well, you know. Another danger of them, too, was being rammed by ships in case you get a lot of fog out there. So that fog is thick. It's like a bunch of smoke, you know. It's just, you can't see that. You can't even see it in your cigar if you got a cigar gun out, you know. It's just, that's why you keep that foghorn going. They said that thing probably has a range of about 14 to 15 miles, those foghorns do. They're pretty loud. Okay. getting off the subject a little bit. I went ahead and ordered this through eBay. I think it's an eBay hobby shop or something they had. I got this. If I don't know when I'll do this one. I got a lot of kids here, man. It's calling on me. I got this. This is the Hoga. This is the 125-foot Army ST type tug that was used during Pearl Harbor. This little baby white here for over 24 hours was putting out flames. You can see it next to the West Virginia. It was right there. Just kept pump that salt water, taking out, killing the flames. She got some pretty good citations for that. And I believe the real vessel itself still exists today. I think she's moored somewhere up there by Georgia or Virginia, somewhere up there. Somewhere in the South Coast. And I think one of you fellas know where it's at. And she's still there for people that tour aboard and everything. A very remarkable tug. Now, when I came home from work, this was on my porch. I took it out of the box. I was amazed. Wow, this is a big one. I think it's 24 inches. 24-inch tug means it's pretty good size. It's probably about 9 inches wide. It's big. It's ready to control. Now, when I opened up the box, I thought I got gypped. I go, oh my God, what happened? This can't be a joke. But it wasn't. They gave me an oversized box. Like this. I go, wow, this is it? I go, where's it? Oh, I see. I said, look, this thing's old laser. This is the first time I ever bought a Billings kit that's laser. Of course, this is new. I said, oh, there's the stand right there. Beautiful. There's the deck. Here's the hull. There's the bulkheads. There's the superstructure. Here's the plank. Here's the stack. Here's the boat. Here's the fittings. Here's the instruction plus wire parts. Here's baggy snelling, probably for bits and masts and such. And, of course, Billings' great famous fittings. This thing's radio control. One thing about Billings kits when it comes to radio control, they don't give you no instruction at all to make radio control. They figure that you're smart enough to figure it out yourself. This thing here runs about $300. This kit does. It's awful expensive. I think I paid $115 for this. I'll tell you why. See that big crease right there? The crease goes all the way down. I guess the hobby shop probably knocked off a lot of money of that crease right there. And this thing was sealed. And he didn't want to break the seal to take a look at it. So, evidently, he knocked off all the money because the seal here, and keep his fingers crossed and hoping, me too, that there's no breakage in here, which there wasn't any. So that's what it was. They gave me a discount because the box was all torn up. So anyway, whoever had this kit before it came in, threw something on the top of it. Some careless person. You got a lot of those in this world nowadays. A lot of careless people. A lot of careless people. I got a lot of stuff to keep me going. I'm going to be very, very busy. I want to do something else I need to show you guys. Oh yeah, I knew there was something. I had this since 1970. I was in the Navy. I went to my storage to get those crevices for my ELBE-1. Opened up another box, another mystery box. I found this in it. I said, oh my God. I said, man, how do I had this at least 50 years, probably more. I know where I bought this at FW Woolworths, because they have a lot of UPC kits in there, and also there's a lot of Hasagawa earlier kits. Now, this kit has been released under different labeling. This too. This used to be no frog kit. I remember seeing this a long, long time ago when I was a kid. Frog made this model. Then I guess when Frog went out a little bit, of course, their molds went somewhere else. Somebody bought them out. So UPC was Union Plastic Corporation. They went out and bought the molds of these things, and they put them underneath their license at UPC. As you can see the corner logo right there. This is a South Goodwin. Now, like I said about 2 seconds ago, this thing's been released under the boxing of ARC models. It's all Ukraine or Soviet Union. And Revell, Germany makes that. Revell makes one too. It's Trinity or South Goodwin. This here is South Goodwin, no Trinity. And believe you me, it's a little smaller compared to my. Here, I'll show you. Here's the hull here. So, yeah, here we go. A very remarkable kit. I love this little thing. We got rivet detail on there. So you can see it's a little smaller compared to my Nantucket Lightship. Because it's got the clear beacon there for the lighthouse. I'm going to put an LED in there. They got these portholes here that are embossed inside. You can see them standing across here. I don't know if you can pick it up right there. I'm going to drill them out. Put some LEDs in there. I bought this. And when I looked at it, when I first got this thing, I opened it up. I was the man. I came home for leave. Always go down to FW Woolworths, see any new models came in since I haven't seen since I joined the service. And I looked at it and said, man, where the hell is the goddamn screw at this thing? Like I feel, well, how the hell does this thing go on a station with no propeller, no screw? Ah, Frank, wake up. A tug tows it out there. And got an English jack right there. They give you. This is old. This thing is old. Very old. 1970. I remember buying it. I think I paid $2.98 for it. That's how much it cost. And $2.98. You got a lot of plastic back in that day. So I looked at it, opened it up, galley around with it. I said, hell, Frank, box it up, put it in another box. You got it, don't worry about it. Someday you'll stumble into it and build it. That's not what I did. Every time I open up those boxes, it's like a treasure trove for me. Like I say, I bought these, I got some boxed up 50, 60 years ago. Lord only knows. Heck, here's one for the books. My wife, Ruthie, she was in a box. She found a box of a box in my suitcase. She goes, Frank, what's this box for in a suitcase? I don't know. I said, you always boxing things up. It says, don't you know what's in there? So I don't know. She says, don't you write stuff on top of the box and see what it is? No, I just don't. I just put it in the box. That's it. Only way you're going to find out me too is open it up. She opened it up, and guess what? A Howdy Doody doll came out. A little puppet. I used to be in a peanut gallery back in 1954. And I had Clarabelle the Clown walking around squirting us in the face with that damn seltzer water. He nailed me good one time. I says, boy, one more time, I'm going to let him have it, you know. And man, and he'd slap at you when he squirt you with that stuff. And he had Buffalo Bob there. And for consolation prizes, they gave us rolled gold pretzels, a Howdy Doody puppet, which which was in that box. Well, it's a Dunkin' Yo-Yo, and a slip and slide by Whammo. That's what I got. Good stuff too. And my dad says that puppet works too. I need to bring it and show it to you guys. I look at the God, you know, I almost cried. I told Ruth about that. Oh, Frank, you really on the high good shows? Yeah, I was. And you can make them walk, hands going like this and everything, just by running that cross. He's only about 24 inches tall, and my dad says, Frank, whatever you do, for God's sakes, don't get rid of that, because that's going to be worth money someday. Poppy is. Anyway, that's all Shaking Sniper video 5. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in, and thank you very much for your wonderful candor, your wonderful comments. And I had one subscriber that was looking at my what was it I was working on? It wasn't in Springfield. I was working on one of my models. I don't know which one it was. It was pretty recent. He wanted to know what kind of what battleship was that on my right. That's the HMS Dreadnought. It's tucked away inside my storage unit next door. All my models I had here, I put them out there in the storage unit. They're nice and out of Frankie Day's hands, harm's way. They're safe. So that was the battleship right there, buddy. And thank you very much for your comments. Okay, so in between videos, I'll probably be working on that Nantucket Lightship right there. I've been about a couple days working on it so far. I just got the sub-assemblies all together. It's like nothing glued down. It's the hull. Only thing that's glued down is the sub-assemblies in the hull. Everything else just comes off for painting and everything else. I got drill holes for LEDs. But Rosie will pick me up some LEDs. I tell them like I have some red and green for running lights, for navigation lights, running lights, and I like to have the beacon lights all white, and also for your instrument lights. I like to have your interior lights. I have another red, so it'd be in my pilot house. It'd be nice. Okay, I went to the pond. I forgot to mention this a while ago. I went to the pond and took my Carol Moran over there for a sail. Oh, it was a beautiful day. Man, I ran about 3 hours that thing all day today, and I got a battery power for at least an hour. But I was pretty happy with that. I really enjoyed myself. Had a good day. Takes my day off. Okay, again for the second time, this is Frankie Day signing up. Frankie Day Models. Make Mom happy. Take care of the little ones. Stay focused when you drive. Spend wisely and be aware of your surroundings. Say your prayers, and we'll get our country together. And things coming our way. And that's about it. So stand by, and video 6 of the ELBE-1. I'll have it for you this Friday. Yeah, I think it's Friday. I said I have one for you for this Friday. A lot more will be done on it, so you can see a little bit each video. A little more is being done on it. Building a model ship like this in this type of form is like watching a flower grow. It takes a long time to just watch that flower grow out that window. A long time. Same thing with this. Okay, I'm out of here, and God bless you guys. Love you fellas, and enjoy this beautiful southern weather. We got more heat coming in, so use your wits about you and stay out of the heat. Frankie Day for Frankie Day Model signing off. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Bye, boys. Bye, ladies. Bye, everybody.